As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm suffering, or my 1954 Bush television is suffering from low volume on the sound at the moment, and I bought from eBay a replacement sound output valve, new old stock, and I'm going to try it now and see if the substitution, this new valve for the one that's in it at the moment, offers any improvement. It's new old stock, but you can see that the pins on the valve are suffering from verdigris there, so I need to clean those off, and of course I need to take the back off the television and route about to affect the substitution. Now bear in mind we're looking at technology from 1954, and this set was designed for use on either alternating current or direct current. As a result of that, because of the way these things are designed to operate on AC or DC, the chassis is directly connected to the mains, so you have to treat them with considerable care and respect. Also, inside there, the high voltage supply for the cathode ray tube, if we look at the service data, is anything between 10 and 13,000 volts. So again, we have to be very careful handling it, even when this set is switched off, because there can be a large charge, a high voltage charge stored in the capacitors in the HT supply circuits. So first job is to whiz the back off, and let's see if we can find where this output valve is. This is how things look with the back removed. That's the neck of the cathode ray tube there, with its connections. Bush televisions of this period have two decks. This main deck is where the sound output valve is located, and it is actually down there behind that panel with a small knob on it there. So I'm going to have a route about and try and extract the valve and try it with the other one in. Getting a bit dusty because I've had this set some years now. They do get dusty, but generally speaking it's performing extraordinarily well. You can just crack this sound problem. It'll be very watchable indeed. Demonstration later, hopefully. I've freshened up the pins on this valve with an emery board. Seem to have come up pretty well. It's probably worth mentioning I've no means of testing a valve these days. I did have an AVO valve tester, which I bought in a job lot of test equipment many years ago. I think I paid £40 for the whole bundle of equipment, and then many years later sold the AVO valve tester on its own for several £100. And as I do so little of this kind of thing nowadays, it simply isn't worth having a valve tester. So we'll do what engineers of the past used to do and test valves by trying them in the equipment. I'm going to just get the meter actually and just check that there is heater continuity in this valve. I'll go and get that now. The circuit diagram shows the sound output valve PL83, heater contacts pins 4 and 5. Now I've just applied the meter to pins 4 and 5 here. I can't do it on camera because I haven't enough hands to hold the phone and the meter probes on pins 4 and 5, and we've got continuity, so that's a good start. So now it's time to actually route around and get the valve inside the set. This is the old valve I've just pulled out, pulled it from that position back there, and the the gap in the pins is facing about 10 o'clock. It can be very awkward getting these valves into these sockets because they're hard to see, and you have to be very careful not to bend the feet while you're trying to get them in.